Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And she might be hulking out on Mark Ruffalo.
I am going to hulk out on Mark Ruffalo. I'm so sick of his shit. I'm just telling you, get your popcorn, grab your butts. I'm going to show him, he's not going to like making me angry.
I'm sure he listens to each and every episode.
Well, he's going to find out, I'm sure. Anyway.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about Mark Ruffalo because he is stepping into the Billie Eilish situation. For those of you who don't know, Billie Eilish made an ass of herself at the Grammys. Big performative virtue signaling speech where she's like, nobody's illegal on stolen land. And it was so ridiculous that she lives, in a $3 million mansion in LA, right? So it was so ridiculous that the Washington freaking Post, which is left-wing, called her out in an opinion piece, as did USA Today, which is also left-wing.
The British comedy shows are making fun of her.
Yeah, she has become a meme at this point. I mean, this is USA Today. You're famous because of your talent as a musician, not because of your idiotic views on politics and Trump. As is the case with celebrities, whether they sing or act, they often feel the need to pontificate on how awful Republicans are when they're accepting awards. No one cares. That's coming from USA Today.
It's just making them mad is what it is. Honestly, when it comes to, we're going to lead into the next thing. Mark Ruffalo has opinions about somebody else commenting.
Yeah.
It's funny to me because, if we're talking about the most pickled, insane celebrity activist, Mark Ruffalo is number one. And then I would say Pedro Pascal would have been number two. Pedro Pascal, you're not hearing anything from lately because I think they're telling him to shut up because he's doing damage. And then maybe Mark Hamill was in there as number three, but he also stepped back and he hasn't been saying much as far as dudes are concerned. Those are the top three I could think of that are just ridiculous. But Mark Ruffalo by far is the worst.
Yeah, he's definitely the worst.
He's just insane.
There was a rumor that he's basically out as the Hulk in the MCU. I don't know. He's kind of this sidestep. Like he did interviews where he said he had a good relationship with Disney, but he's not in Doomsday, I guess. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be in the Spider-Man movie. I'm like, yeah, that was filmed how long ago? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about that. I know you're talking about, but we don't know. But we don't know for sure. The only green thing he's turning into anymore is a political pickle because this is insane.
Oh my God, there's a joke in there about the pickle. Remember from Avengers? Bury the pickle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Someone needs to bury the pickle. I'm just saying.
Maybe if you'd bury the pickle more often, Mark, you wouldn't be as angry all the time. But I mean, this guy is the definition of a champagne socialist, always going off about, the rich elites or whatever, while he himself is a multimillionaire.
Well, wait till you see what he says. What he says is so there's a very projective statement. He just projected all over the place with his pickle.
With his pickle just projected clear across the room.
I hate when green pickles project. Anyway,
God.
Before we get into it any further.
Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
And speaking of woohoos, Crimson Rhen, it just went up again. Kind of stealth launched it last night. We are offering the Crimson Rhen hardcovers again. It's been out of print for a couple of years. We're getting ready to do number 2, hopefully this fall. We got Jose working on pages already. And there are some new things here in this campaign that we did not have before, including Rhen pin, Rhen stickers. We got prints, and we got cards that'll have D20 stats for the crew of the True North on it. You can also pick up the Shadowbinders pins if you missed those before. So check it out on Kickstarter.
There's a limited number of those.
Very limited number. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to the story. So what happened for those who somehow don't know? So yeah, Billie Eilish got up on stage and said that nobody's illegal on stolen land, which was an idiotic statement to make. And everybody immediately started calling her out. And apparently she's getting mad about it. So after that happened and everybody started calling her out, then her brother, a couple days later, Phineas or whatever, he's mad. And he's like, what did he say exactly? I can't remember. It's something about blaming old guys who are on the list.
No, he said, okay, so they had this post. Okay, this whole thing this is coming from Threads, right? Which is turning into the new Twitter or the new Blue Sky or whatever. So this person said, F you, Kevin O'Leary, because Kevin O'Leary said, just in billionaire Kevin O'Leary tells Billie Eilish to shut your mouth and just entertain after she said no one is illegal on stolen land. And then her brother steps in it and says, seeing a lot of very powerful old white men outraged about what my 24-year-old sister said during her acceptance speech. We can literally see your names in the Epstein files.
Yeah, except Phineas, there's a lot of people who aren't white, straight, male, old, rich, whatever. that are not in the Epstein list calling it out. This is called you trying to minimize it by associating with bad things like old, rich, white man, Epstein list, trying to somehow minimize the fact that your sister's a fucking idiot and that you're just out there like you're just a bunch of old rich men. It's like, dude, literally shut the fuck up. You're making it worse. Your sister said something really stupid and trying to, dehumanize and attribute these toxic traits in your mind to people who are innocent to just think she's stupid. Isn't making it less, true that she was stupid. Okay? She was stupid. She can apologize to us and the tribe, but she's not doing that.
No. So then Mark Ruffalo steps in it. So now he's on so he just makes the round. He makes the rounds, right? So he goes from like Threads to Instagram to Blue Sky and just keeps...
Oh my God, on Blue Sky, he's insane.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts. But the guy, what he said wasn't wrong. He's just like, and same with Mark Ruffalo or any actor. Your job is you're an entertainer. People don't care what you think politically for the most part. And you need to stop preaching at everyone. And what he said wasn't wrong. But here comes Mark Ruffalo, the rich, entitled white guy, older white guy, to tell us all how to think.
Kevin O'Leary, why don't you STFU? It's hilarious. You will go on any show and talk shit about any number of things and smugly expect us to listen to you, but you will dig into a real artist that dwarfs anything you dream of doing for actually saying something that resonates with hundreds of millions of people the world over. It's astounding the fantasy double standard Kevin O'Leary lives in. You played yourself well in Marty Supreme.
Okay. So, Ruffalo, you'll go on to, go back up to the comment. You'll go on any fucking social media platform and talk shit about any number of things you smugly expect us all to listen to, and then you pretend to be a real artist when all you do is pretend to be characters and get paid a lot of money for it. At least she has talent. At least she sings. All you do is play pretend, okay? And then you're going to tell everybody else how they should think because you play pretend. And then you're going to say, then she says something that sets off hundreds of millions of people because they think she's stupid. And then you're going to sit here with your double standard and try to tell all of us what to think. You're doing the exact same fucking thing you're accusing him of doing. You do it every day. And you're like a walking joke at this point. They're making jokes about you at the awards show and how many pins you're going to wear this time. You are a fucking joke. And all you do is play pretend. And you don't even do that well, honestly. And that's all you do. But yet you think because you do that you have a right to tell everybody else and talk down to everybody else and call everybody else like fascist and all this other shit. You think you have a right to do that because, well, I'm Mark Ruffalo. Nobody gives a fuck. You're a rich, old, out-of-touch white guy and doing exactly what you say everybody else is doing. But it only doesn't matter when you do it, right? Because you're on the right side of history because you said so. Well, tell it to the tribe she dissed, when she got there and said that. And didn't even acknowledge who they were because she probably didn't even fucking know.
Just one of the first comments. One of the first comments to come up, Mark Ruffalo, I love you in your movies, but your political opinions don't make any sense. You stood up for Renee, good, but I don't know what happened, and you don't actually know what happened and act like it's okay for people to completely disobey law enforcement. It's totally reasonable for him to say she needs to shut up and entertain. She's a musician, not a political activist. Nobody wants to hear her politics or her political opinions. Same with you. The same goes for celebrities who are conservatives, unless their job is literally to be a politician. That's
right. It's like no one cares. Like you're up there and you're like constantly yelling at people. You're like, wait, I can't say much, but you know what I'm saying. He gets up there and he just like talks down to people. These people get up there like Billie Eilish and says that. It's like you are a complete fucking entitled moron because every country in the world, no land in this world is owned. I mean, by the same people who owned it before. It's all been passed around, conquered, whatever, changed hands. People bought it. Some of the places you get mad about were actually purchased and things like that. And it's like, that's stupid. If no one's illegal, if they're on stolen land, then anybody can just go stand on your yard because it's stolen land, But you don't want that to happen. You'll call the cops right away. Just the entitlement, the out of touch. You people are doing more damage to your causes by your out of touch, narcissistic bullshit than you are by just keeping your damn mouth shut and supporting the causes, financially or in other ways that aren't preaching at everyone. You're just turning everybody's backs against you. Fucking people in the UK, they're making fun of you. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
The UK is making fun of you on their shows.
So who knew that all of Canada had a Threads account?
Yes, right? I'm glad you speak for all
Kevin O'Leary signed all of Canada.
I don't think Kevin O'Leary's right half the time either. This isn't about saying, because that's what they're taking. Well, then you must side with Kevin O'Leary. It's like, I'm sure Kevin O'Leary says shit I don't agree with too. It's not that. That's not the point. The point is Mark Ruffalo is going on there accusing him of the exact same damn things Mark Ruffalo does. It's hypocrisy and projection. You don't have to agree with everything someone says. That is this cult mental illness that people like Ruffalo have. Where like you can look at somebody and you can say that they did that and that was right. I agree with that. Oh, they did that and they should never have done that, and I'm going to call that out because that was shit. They should have done that. And you can still be on the same side and point out what's good and what's bad. These cultists, and I would argue it's on any extreme, everything that person they worship, that's basically religion. Everything that person does is either completely right, even when it's wrong, 100% of the time. And if you don't agree, you're a blah 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 blah. It is a cult. It is a cult mentality. They cannot look at anything critically. Everything has to be you love everything they do.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. And you know what? People think you're full of shit. And Billie Eilish and Mark Ruffalo and Phineas, you look like a bunch of dumbasses, and everybody's making fun of you. Just shut up.
So this USA Today, they were like, yeah, Bad Bunny's Insufferable. They're all wearing the pins, but they said, props to Jelly Roll because he gave a touching tribute to his faith and his wife. Isn't that what Ricky Gervais? No, Ricky Gervais, who told celebrities to shut the fuck up a couple of years ago at the Golden Globes. He's an atheist. He's a dyed-in-the-wool atheist, and he's even like, get up and, you can thank God or whatever you want to do, but don't go getting into politics because it's not going to end well. Nobody wants to freaking hear it.
Well, I'll tell you what, it takes a lot more bravery to get up and do what he did than it did what she did.
In front of that crowd? Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Because all she had to do is say, stop fascism, and never say what that meant or anything. And then they would be like, yeah, that's right. And she told them where to go. And I'm like, who?
This is funny though. This guy knows his role, right? So I don't even listen to Jelly Roll, but it said then when directly asked about the current state of politics after his win, he said, people shouldn't care to hear my opinion. I'm just a dumb redneck. He said, I hate to be the artist that sounds aloof, but I just feel so disconnected from what's happening. I didn't know politics were real until I was in my mid-20s in jail. That's how disconnected you are when you grew up in a drug addicted household.
That's because he's real. Because he came from because he was in jail for years, and when he was in jail, that's when he found music and stuff and turned his life around. And then he got out. I think they I don't know if they pardoned him or not. I think they were going to. I don't know if they did. But anyway, he's turned his life around. He's been out there doing what he can to help people in a similar situation and try to improve their lives and stuff like that. So he's out there doing things. He's not just standing there at his, my $1 million mansion. I'm just going to sit up here and preach at you all. Ruffalo, and then I'll go out and hobnob with the plebs if I feel like it's going to boost my, street cred with people. But you're not seeing him in movies anymore much. He's got a couple things, but not very much lately.
All the usual suspects. So we have reposted by Mark Ruffalo, replied to Mark Hamill. Man, I hate Rachel Maddow. What's going on with? But no, it's just like, seriously, I think you're too rich and out of touch that you can spend all day on social media and nobody gives a shit what any of you really have to say about anything on social media. What the hell
is a climate justice advocate?
What is climate justice? Has the climate been wronged? Did the climate get touched in a bad place?
Advocate. He only believes in some of the science.
I guess. I don't know.
We know Pedro Pascal only believes in some of the science.
Oh my God. Yeah. So, just celebrity on celebrity violence, and people love that. They love to see celebrities.
This was Variety's top story today.
This is our top story. Is like, look at these two rich white men going at each other, completely oblivious.
Yes, but it's funny because everything he's accusing Kevin O'Leary of, he himself is doing, and he completely doesn't see it at all.
So we got two old rich white guys fighting over 24-year-old Billie Eilish. That's basically the top story. Again, it was like, what was it we covered yesterday? Oh, no, we covered the penis injections at the Olympics. And I'm like, I guess it could be worse because I'm looking at these headlines. I'm like, well, at least, like World War III hasn't started or anything. So
don't even joke.
That's a thing. It could always be worse. But it's like, yeah, these guys are bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. These celebrities are bored. You've got it too good. The fact that look, you're allowed to have your opinions or whatever, but when your entire personality is, let's go on social media and lecture people and spend all day prowling around on social media, and you look at their accounts and it's like all fucking day in, day out. It's like,
Must
be nice to be that rich. You ain't got a job.
It's
you don't
gonna
have
bite
to.
them in the ass though, because like people don't want to hear it. Like I noticed that they've been trying to walk it back. You don't hear from Pedro Pascal, and I think it's because the studios or his PR people told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You aren't hearing as much from Mark Hamill because they all kind of turned on him. I'm not saying he's not saying anything, but it's not like it was. But now here comes Ruffalo, and it's like, dude, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think in the case of Pascal, they're like, hey, yeah, your mouth might have cost us millions of dollars on Fantastic Four, and now we got this Star Wars movie coming out. Shut up.
Mm-hmm. I think it's either been told to shut up by the studios or his PR people. And I think someone needs to take Ruffalo aside and tell him, dude, shut up.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're the replacement Hulk. You're the rebound Hulk. You weren't even the original Hulk. It was Ed Norton.
Yeah, but he's been there longer. But,
No, that doesn't matter. It's like you're the new Darren, right?
But what happens is people will find this. It's like you become insufferable to the place like Mark Ruffalo is. I mean, don't never go full Ruffalo. And you've got to this place, and people are just like so tired of your shit that they don't want anything to do with you. They see your name, they scroll, they roll their eyes.
Yeah.
They're not going to go see movies you're in because they're like, oh God, do I have to listen? I don't want to give him a penny. He's insufferable. Even if you agree with him, he's insufferable.
Well, that's the thing. And we had some people in the comments on another video. They were saying that, even people that they agree with, if their entire personality, when they're supposed to be an entertainer or something, they're artist or whatever, but their entire personality is politics. Even if you agree with them, it's really off-putting. And I would say that. Like, I don't, unless you're following somebody because that's what they're known for, like this is a political think tank person or a podcast or something like that they're known for their you know what you're getting, right? But when you follow actors or artists, musicians, or video game people or whatever, and you're following them for that thing, and then they do a turn into the politics one way or the other, it's really off-putting. It really is.
Remember the good old days when we didn't have social media and you didn't know what the hell they thought or who they voted for and you didn't care? Like I was thinking Josh D'Amaro, I'm like, I don't even know who he votes for. It doesn't matter. That's what you wanted. It doesn't matter. I mean, he's likely probably on the left, but you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter because it wasn't a big point until it last like 10, 12 years. It didn't matter. It is ridiculous. Just let's go back to that where we didn't know every thought these celebrities had. That occasionally during, an award ceremony, they might say something, but, they weren't constantly like vomiting their activism 24/7. Those were nice days.
Yeah, and everything's so polar. Like they're doing a whole nother like halftime show or something. It's like the MAGA halftime show. It's like everything is just. I hate that we are literally living in two different countries, right? That's what it feels like, and it's.
Well, and the way these people want, they want like us living in like a dozen or 20 different countries with all the people that are here that aren't supposed to be here.
And my thing is like, I don't think this is internal. I think that all this division, I think, is being stirred up by outside forces.
I don't know, but it's definitely celebrities aren't helping their case.
No, but they're
say stupid things, celebrities. It's not hard.
They have huge platforms, and most of them are low IQ. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of these people are very low IQ, and they're easily led astray. Like again, one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies, Hail Caesar. Watch it. He reminds me of George Clooney and his character, and how he got sucked into Marxism. Communism. He got kidnapped for a weekend. Next thing you know, he's spouting, towing the party line and trying to lecture the studio on everything they're doing wrong, and he gets slapped across the face repeatedly by Josh Brolin for it. That's what Mark Ruffalo reminds me of. He thinks he's smart. The people that think they're smart.
Look, he's wearing glasses. He's obviously smart.
Well, yeah, he's doing Smart Hulk, right?
Honestly, ironically, right now, so are you and I.
Well, still, it's just like. The people that think they're the smartest people in the room are usually the dumbest people in the room because they're not smart enough to realize their own limitations and what people actually expect from them.
Well, clearly he's not smart enough to see the hypocrisy and the irony of what he's saying when he's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mark. Put the pickle in the jar and put the lid on it.
Oh, God.
Stop canning everyone with your damn pickle juice. We don't want it.
Oh, God, no. No, that means something else because of Avengers now.
No, it doesn't. It means he's politically pickled.
He's going to pickle all the ladies.
Well, both of you assume those ladies.
All right, we're going to wrap this. Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. Check out Crimson Rhen on Kickstarter. We'll talk later.
Bye.